where we love creativity and collectibles.
That's right, and in today's video, we got these awesome Marvel animated statues from Gentle Giant.
Fine Tip Creative Studio.
We got Star-Lord, Vision, Magneto, Thor, Spider-Gwen,
The Punisher, Squirrel, Daredevil, and Elektra.
As you can see, we got a lot of figures, so the plan is gonna be to unbox these 5 in this video.
And then these 4 in the next one.
So quick background information if you're not familiar with these figures. They're actually based on illustrations by Skottie Young. Skottie Young is an American comic book artist and writer, and the first time we came across his work was at a comic book convention.
So here is the first comic book that we found of his, and it is I Hate Fairyland Part 2. And we bought this a couple years back at like a comic store. It's like really like bloody and gruesome.
Right, and the illustrations were really cool. And from that comic, we ended up looking him up online and found his Marvel babies.
Little Avengers stories. They don't like to call them babies.
We'll show you some pictures here so you can see his style with these Little Avengers. We got this awesome mashup here with some heroes and villains. We've also got this cool image. You got the Little Avengers working together to get the cookies from the refrigerator. Another awesome cover, Guardians team up, and a fun image of Deadpool, as well as another mashup with some really cool Little Avengers. So let's go ahead and start this unboxing. Which one do you want to start with?
I say we start out with Spider-Gwen.
Awesome. All the boxes look about the same. You got the Spider-Gwen box here, Marvel animated statue. It shows you a picture of him from a few different angles, and what's cool is on the back, you also get like a cool dramatic shot with a cool background. Let's go ahead and open it up.
Here she is out of the box.
And as a side note, they all come with these little cards. They're the certificate of authenticity. These are all limited editions, and this one here is number 1239 out of 3,500. On the bottom here, you've also got the logo for the series as well as a limited edition number. These figures are actually pretty small in size. If we measure her, she measures about 3.5 inches. You can see the sculpt on this is really minimal. There's not a whole lot of details in the body.
I like how they did it so the yo-yo is using actual thread. And they have this cool design on the inside with the spider webs.
It's a cute little Spider-Gwen statue. I like how little and compact they feel. Sure, it does look like a little toddler Spider-Gwen. She's got this big head, a real minimal paint job and sculpt.
Overall, this is a great figure. Now let's move on to the next one.
All right, next up, let's do Thor.
Thor?
So as you can see here, it also comes with your certificate of authenticity. This one here is number 710 out of 3,000.
Oh, am I gonna kill him? No.
Awesome. And he kind of looks like he's flying.
Yeah. Or at least like he's trying to fly with one foot.
He measures a little bit bigger. To the top of his cape, he's about 5 inches tall. He's got a little more details in him. You can see here, he's got this hammer.
I especially like how for his hair, he has this kind of line work on it to give it that Skottie Young comic feel, as well as how cool it is, how he does the faces and how they actually look like babies, how they have those like chubby cheeks and like the little nose and like the eyes.
I like how that cape is just kind of flying back in the wind. You can see all the curves, it really has that movement to it. And he's got that silly expression on his face. One eye is bigger than the other. There's some nice line work in it. You can tell these are hand painted. I like how he's got this big hammer in one hand and the other hand just kind of makes it look like he's flying through the sky. He kind of has that pose that we see when he's swinging his hammer around and he's getting ready to take off. One foot is kind of lifted off the ground and he looks like he's getting ready to jump into motion.
I especially like how he has a little helmet piece where it has a little propeller and the wings, which is really cute.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Yeah, this one's really cool. Now let's move on to the next one.
Star-Lord next.
Ooh. This one is 1,451
out of 3,000, and here he is out of the box.
This one's really cool. If you guys don't know, we're huge Guardians of the Galaxy fans, and I love this art style, and this figure is everything and more. I like how they use the painting and the hair to kind of make it look cartoony, as well as how they use this like really cool silver to give it that like chrome look. His cape's cool, how it's in the wind. Looks like he's running by and shooting like enemies.
This one's really cool. He's got a ton of movement. It looks like he's running by and he's got his arm reached out like he's blasting. His foot's turned up in the air, his knees bent. It looks awesome. Even that cape is like, it's almost like there's a draft coming out from underneath him. He's got some really cool details in his mask and his helmet.
I like how they use like a shiny red paint for the eyes with some white dots in it to kind of give the illusion of like how his mask looks in the movies, which is really cool.
And I like the details even in the hand. You can see all the separation in the fingers, hands gripping the blaster. There's a lot of nice details in the pants and the jacket, the different breaks, different colors. Really cool piece. This might be my favorite piece so far.
It is my favorite piece so far.
Star-Lord? This one looks awesome. I can't wait to put these on our little Marvel shelf. It's gonna look great.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Vision next? Yep. Yeah. I'll let you open Vision.
So I have newfound appreciation for Vision because of WandaVision.
Nice.
This one has a limited edition card with it being 3,952 out of 4,000.
They made 4,000 of this Vision one.
And something cool and unique about this one is how he is. Is because for this one, they made it so he kind of like floats.
So you can see coming out of the back of him, you got this clear rod that plugs into the base. And he looks awesome. He has that kind of godlike, he's just floating, levitating right there.
Put that on a Jesus candle.
This would be an awesome Jesus candle.
Grandma has plenty of them.
Put that on a Jesus candle. We should make our own line of Marvel Jesus candles. He's really cool looking though. He's more on the simple side in terms of his sculpt. He's got this real simple body, 4 fingers on each hand. There's very little line work in his costume. You can see the different paint colors with the green, the red, light green, and yellow. But the face is really cool. I like the face sculpt on him.
I'm really liking this one because it reminds me of the costume Vision wore for Halloween in WandaVision. And this one's really simplistic, but I love his face, how he's kind of like confused. And also the fact that he's levitating and how he uses black to kind of give it shadowing. And this is overall really simple, but probably another one of my favorites.
Right, and even the cape has some real subtle folds in it. This one's awesome. He's got his little teeth kind of showing through. I like the sculpt in the head. I love this Skottie Young style. Let's put this one right here.
And last one?
Move on to the last one.
Last but not least, we have
Magneto. This one here, they made a limited edition of 3,000 and we got number 2,371.
Ooh! This one's really cool. So they use this like shiny top coat to really give his helmet like that pop and look like metal.
Nice.
And then they also use it for his eyes. He kind of reminds me of like Galactus.
Really cool. I like how he's kind of got that possessed look in his eyes. They're also like that bright pink color. He's got a really simple body, but he's got that cool necklace on, which kind of makes him a little more dynamic. And then he's got his hands outstretched, looks really cool. He's got 5 fingers on each hand, nice details in the fingers, and I love the way he kind of is pointing out with his hands, and then he's got the cape swooshing behind him. You can see that the tips of the cape kind of fold up and curl. Really cool details in the cape.
This one's like really screams baby to me. Maybe it's because of the body or the way his cheeks are, but this one's really cool and just like probably the best one if you're under the baby topic.
I love them. I mean, there's not a ton of detail in them, but I think that's what's so appealing about them. They got this really childlike style, and the sculpt on it works perfectly because it really does feel like a little baby in his jammies.
So which one is your favorite?
From these 5, I'm gonna say my favorite is probably, it's tough. It's either gonna be one of these 3.
Well, I'm gonna say that Star-Lord's my favorite.
Well, if you're going with Star-Lord, then I'm probably gonna go with Magneto for this one, just because of how baby-like he looks.
Let us know which one's your favorite down in the comment section below.
If you're not familiar with Skottie Young and his illustration style, go check him out. He's got these really cool Marvel babies that we're unboxing here.
They don't like to call them babies.
A lot of really cool covers, but he's also got all kinds of other comics. He's done some Wizard of Oz stuff. He's got the I Hate Fairyland cover that we showed you and a bunch of other cool comics. And he's done other different Marvel stuff as well. So there you have our unboxing of these really cool Marvel animated statues from Gentle Giant. If you want to add any of these figures to your collection, as always, check for links in our description.
And if you guys like the statues we showed at the beginning of the video, such as the Punisher and Daredevil, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned because we'll be uploading that video soon.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Fine Tip Creative Studio.